Hello and welcome to another JNMG video. I am your host JonNario and welcome to the 2019 Flux farming method. This time I'm going to talk about a specific item instead of going to beginner, mid-tier and endgame players like I did in my past Flux farming tutorial. Also keep in mind that these are the items that you should look out for if you want Flux. I'll try to cover as much as I can in this video, and one more thing, I'll also put the price range of that item in particular, and prices do vary depending on the platform that you're playing, and also how demanding that material actually is as well, depends on the platform that you're playing. Without further ado, let's get started. There are two things that you can do to get Flux. It's either grind a specific material or grind specific dungeons / mob. I'll start with the materials, then I'll do the dungeons. These materials are very important to all players, so I would strongly recommend getting them if you want Flux. First item on the list is going to be the Shapestone ore. Shapestone can be found in all non-Geo topside biome. It is an extremely common ore and the prices are from 1 to 4 Flux. It is a high demanding material due to the importance of bombs and it is used for a lot of crafting. Shapestone are a very good starting resource and I will strongly recommend if you're just starting the game to grab these ores, since you will get a lot more Flux than you think. Second item on the list is going to be Formosite ore. Formosite, like Shapestone, can be found in most non-Geo topside biomes. This is an uncommon ore, so you will not find this very commonly like the Shapestone. Prices ranges from 3 to 7 Flux, and it is a medium demanding material, just because it is mostly used for crafting decor style items and different color block. This is a good resource to get alongside Shapestone. These materials by themselves will not grant a lot of Flux, but if you combine these alongside the other ores, it is a great addition to your profit if you manage to sell them. Third is going to be the Infinium ore. Infinium is the same as the Formosite in every way. Found in most non-Geo topside biome, it is an uncommon ore. Prices ranges from 2 to 6 Flux per piece, and it is a medium demanding material because it is used for decor style items, and it is also used for chaotic crafting table mount or costumes. And everything I say about the Formosite, it is the same with the Infinium. Not a good resource to farm on its own, but really good if you combine that alongside Shapestone and Formosite. Fourth on the list is going to be the Golden Soul. Golden Souls are a really nice complementary ore that can be found in most non-Geo topside biome or the Cursed Veil biome. This is a rare ore, so you might find a couple of them per hour, but due to being rare, the prices are high. These ores can vary from 750 to 1000 Flux per piece, so it is very good. It is also a high demanding material due to the importance of Dragon Soul, craftable items in the Geode crafting table, and you can also use this to make your own club. This only spawns in Shapestone, Formosite and Infinium ore pockets, so you will not find one of them on its own. That's why it's a good complementary ore. So if you're grinding Shapestone, Formosite and Infinium, chances are you will find some Golden Souls along the way, and those will boost your profit by quite a lot. The same can be said about the Somber Souls, which is another complementary ore that can only be found in the Cursed Veil biome. This is also a rare ore and high in price, averaging around 300 to 600 per piece, and these are medium to high in demand. Since they are rarer than Golden Souls due to only spawning in one biome in particular, but they're only used for crafting undead style item, mostly in the Chaotic crafting table. And like Golden Souls, they will only spawn in Shapestone, Formosite and Infinium ore pockets. And one extra item before we move on to the biome exclusive ores, it is that you can find block recipes very rarely in the same fashion as Golden / Somber Souls. You can try to sell them, but they are low in demand since you can craft them in the room crafting profession. Anyways, let's talk about the biome exclusive ores. First item in the biome exclusive ore is going to be the Glacier Shard. Glacier Shards can only be found in the permafrost biome only. These are common ores despite acting like an uncommon ore since they do not spawn in large pockets. Prices ranges from 40 to 80 Flux and is medium to high in demand due to needing an insane amount to craft certain mounts and costumes. And these are also used to craft two different types of Dragon Souls, the Winter and the Azulian Dragon Souls. Glacier Shards are one of the better resources for any starting player since the permafrost is literally the second portal that you can enter, so pretty much anyone can get Glacier Shard at the start of the game. Second item is going to be the Primordial Flames. Primordial Flames can be found in several biomes, but mostly spawn in the Dragonfire Peaks. This is also a common ore that doesn't spawn in big ore pockets. Prices ranges from 45 to 100 per piece, and are high demanding material due to the importance of bombs, and this can be used to craft certain items as well, like certain dragons, like the Lunar New Year Dragon Egg. This item spawns alongside Shapestone, so if you're grinding Primordial Flames, try to get some Shapestone as well, but you can focus 100% on Primordial Flame and still get a lot of Flux. Third ore is going to be the Cinnabar. Cinnabar is a Forbidden Spires exclusive ore. Unlike Primordial Flames and Glacier Shard, these are actually uncommon ore, but they do however spawn in large ore pockets, similar to Shapestone. Cinnabars can range from 30 to 50 Flux per piece, and they are high demanding ores due to the importance of beacons for rampage challenges. These ores will give you a lot of Flux depending on your speed, so you'll need to be moving fast if you want to profit a lot in Cinnabars. Also, killing random mobs not only gives you Sagely Blue Dragon Scales, which loot collect for 400 Flux each, they can also give you Fiery Feathers, which loot collect for 15 Cinnabars each, and it is a decent amount of extra Flux. These ores are pretty tough to make a lot of profit if you're going at mount speed and not killing the mobs, so make sure to kill the mobs only if you can 1 or 2 shot normal mobs. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the ever so popular Nitro Glittering. This will spawn in the Geode topside biome. These are common ores similar to the Primordial Flames. The prices range are very high at a 95 to 150 Flux, which is a lot considering that you can find these very easily. And obviously it is a high demanding material because of the Crystal Gear upgrades. I don't have a lot to say about the Nitro because it is considered by many the best material to grind Flux as of right now. You can type on YouTube Bex Flux farming 2019, you might find a Nitro video. So anyways, these are great for Flux, nothing else needs to be said, but you need 5000 powering in order to start grinding these. And yeah, those are it. I know that there are also ores like Crystallite Cloud and Viridium, but they are low on demand for the most part. You can still grind them, but it's not an ore that I would recommend you to get. Next session is going to be plants, more specifically sunlight bulbs and meteorite fragments. Starting with the sunlight bulbs can only be found in the Peaceful Hills on an exclusive plant dungeon that spawns inside the biome. These are common items if you are inside the Peaceful Hills, since you will find a lot of them. Sunlight bulbs varies from 7 to 14 per piece, which is quite a lot considering the amount that you can get per dungeon. These are high demanding materials because of gardening and everything that is required to increase gardening profession or craft gardening type items like steel feet or chestnut. All of those items require sunlight bulbs, so it's natural to be high in demand. The sunlight bulbs are a good source in making Flux because all you need to do is go into a Peaceful Hills and you will find a lot of them. Note, this flower dungeon does not have an objective like a normal dungeon, so it's not going to show up in the minimap like a normal dungeon. So make sure to place blocks if you're done with that specific dungeon so you don't go around in circles very often. Next one is going to be meteorite fragments. This will spawn in the tree sub-biome in the Jurassic Plain at the top of the canopy tree. These are an uncommon plant, but they are high in price, averaging from 300 to 550 per piece. This can be quite the decent Flux making item, but these are medium in demand due to only being used for Jurassic Plain related items, which is not a whole lot of items to begin with. Anyways, these are similar to Cinnabar. The faster you are at moving, the better this place becomes. Also, some luck is involved as well, since it only spawns inside a sub-biome. And those are the plants that I'm going to talk about. Next and last category that I will talk about is going to be the Geode Cave materials. Most of the Geode materials are medium to high in demand and prices are pretty nice in most of them. These are the ones that you should take notice more so than others, which are going to be for ores. I will talk about 3 specific ores in particular. Builderite. This will spawn in any of the Geode caves as long as it is in tiers 3 to 5. These are pretty common ores. Prices are around 50 to 100 per and the demand is high. You will need thousands of builderite to increase all your modules, and not to mention the amount that you need to craft all of the mounts in the Crystology table. Next ore is going to be Ancient Gear. It's literally the exact same thing as the builderite. This will spawn in tiers 5 only in any of the caves, and they are pretty common like all of the items inside the Geode caves. They are from 80 to 130 flux per, and they are also high in demand. Like builderite, you need thousands of them to upgrade your modules and to craft costumes inside the Crystology table. And the next ore, it is something of a personal choice and something that I personally like a lot. It's going to be Quarkstones. Quarkstone only spawn in the Moonglow Grotto in tiers 3 to 5. These are common ores, like I previously mentioned. All of the Geo items are common, and they are around from 85 to 140 flux per. They are medium to high in demand due to being only useful to craft low stars. You need 150 Quarkstone to craft one low star, so you will need quite a lot. And the low stars are very useful if you want to get meta matter guaranteed. I'm not going to mention every single ore because there's literally a lot of them, but keep in mind that most ores are pretty useful and really good in terms of flux. Now I will be talking 5 different plants that you should look out for in the Geode caves. First is going to be the Dream Dews. This will only spawn inside the Moonglow Grotto in tiers 1 to 3, so it's a really early resource. Even if it is an early resource, it is quite the pricey one. These are common like all items in the Geode caves. Prices vary from 180 to 350 per piece, and it is medium to high in demand due to only being used for creating accelerite and being also an early resource. Still, these are a great source of starting flux in the Geode caves because it's one of the items that you can get as soon as you enter the caves for the first time. Also, another item that you can get as soon as you enter for the first time are going to be Cave Kelps. Cave Kelps will only spawn in tiers 1 to 3 in verdant veins, and this is like Dream Dews. Common 140 to 250 blocks per, medium to high in demand, and these are mostly used to craft low stars. You need 40 of them to craft one low star, and like I previously mentioned, low star are used to get yourself meta matters guaranteed. Number 3 is going to be Cave Birds. Cave Birds will spawn in tiers 2 to 4 in the Sunken Sun Vault. And like all materials, common 170 to 300 flux per and high in demand. And like Cave Kelps, they are also used for low star. Number 4 is going to be Cogwine. Cogwine only spawns in tiers 2 to 4 in the verdant vein, so you can get them alongside Cave Kelp. These are from 70 to 110 flux per, and they are medium in demand. These are only used to craft yourself accelerite. And number 5 is going to be Wallflowers. These will spawn in any of the caves as long as it is tier 4 or 5. These are common. Prices vary from 110 to 160, and they are high in demand. You will use them to upgrade yourself modules, and you'll also use them to craft yourself mounts and costumes. And again, there are stuff that I didn't mention in the cave, but keep in mind that there's a lot of items in the Geode cave, so make sure to go there and grab everything that you can if you're looking for flux. And those are the material gather section. Note that all items that I mentioned here as of right now have a bonus day on Tuesday or gathering day, but some materials are good even if it is not on gathering days, so don't limit yourself on waiting for Tuesday to start grabbing these materials if you're looking for flux. And that is all for part 1 of the flux farming method of 2019. Let me know what you think of this video, since it literally took me like 22 hours to make it until this point, and a ridiculous amount of crashing to my editing software. It's been really fun. Not really, but making this video was actually pretty fun to do, and this is a video that I'm proud of to make because I put a lot of thought and effort into making it. And still, I will be revisiting the script for the second part of this video, which is going to be dungeons and / mob section, and I will adjust the script to feel similar to this portion, well, this part of the video. Anyways, leave a like if you want to help the channel grow, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and remember that prices and demand in this video can change in the matter of hours. I just put the prices and demand based on my experience and importance towards progression in the game. So who knows, maybe in the future items will go even higher than I show in this video, or maybe even lower than average. This is the current average that I will put as of right now, mid 2019, and there you go. So once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting, and watch out for part 2. See ya.